Hello world, this is Zan playing LA Erytheia in the Dominions 5 game Crime and Punishment. We are going to be starting here on turn 23, in which I continue to remote site search to probably no good. Oh yeah, and skipping that one. And then manual site searching does find me a mineral cave. Sweet, extra. LA, so everything counts. I think, yeah, this is probably when I'm waiting for Grip to transfer me the site, the province, so I can make a lab and I can have all these mages researching because that'd be great. And then just again to overview, I'm casting Woven Winter on Raga, which I have scryed for a few turns just to make sure that it's going to be cold there at all times, so that no more Zayedans ever get made, ever, because the world is a better place without them. See, we do have a battle in the Wise Spring Grove. This is my Piddly raiding force, goes up against that. I guess some leftover mermen. And what the heck are those? Assuming they're going to fly down here, right? No, they're just going to retreat. I have no idea what those were. And yeah, since I have actual armor on, I should be okay. But damn, this guy got hit hard. That's okay. They should be able to just, yep, mermen suck. Sprites. Well, sprites are okay because they do this little elf shot shenanigans. That's a pretty large amount of armor negating damage. They have high defense. They're hard to hit, high defense skill, and they have glamours. You gotta hit them twice. Yeah, I'll take it. Gath PD dump fails because the Edens are involved. Man, I guess he heard me talking shit. He tried to walk out of his capital. Or that doesn't look like it's his capital, looks like just the other province. What goes on here? Shoot your crossbows. Shoot him at those guys. What? Oh shit. That's a lot. I guess he had him on hold and attack. If they're on hold and fire, they can probably kill more. But on hold and attack, that's not going to happen because these guys can repel the length 2 broadsword. Yeah, if he had him on hold and fire, he might have killed a handful more. Like he's still dead here. With no mage support, yeah, these guys are dead. Um, but hold and fire probably would have been better, or just fire in general against the Zedans. That sucks. Poor Grippa. We knew him well. Gath attack Rogon wins, and Han attacked Gath and gets defeated. Nice. Although it's just, I guess it's just Merman. Some cataphracts and Merman. But they killed nope, they didn't kill the actual Panai. That sucks. Okay, this is a great one. Those extra trade routes. Yeah, that's it. Turn 23. Quickie, I think. I think it's a quickie. All right, let's go to turn 34. Okay, more remote site searching. Well, Unfound is pretty good. I'll go check it out in a second. Yeah, this is great returns, guys. Don't do this. Don't do this. Totally not worth it. Only reason it works out is because data ghosts are so good. They don't need gems unless they're summoning out a million elementals. All right, so let's see. Raga tries to retake his capital with the handful of Zedans he has left and meets some Pud. Okay. Raga attacks man and wins. Shocker. Gath went for the throne. And I think this is kind of what I said Gath would probably do and should do, which is just I have a bunch of giants, I'm going to hit you really hard. But he's not shooting his javelins on the main force. That's a weird one. That would have been good against the heavy cav. And against these guys that have no armor. Oh yeah. Okay, there we go. Now they're shooting. But this squad, I guess, didn't get the memo. Uh-oh. People don't use Earth Elemental. I don't see people use Earth Elementals often. They're kind of spooky. It's a lot of hit points. Yeah, they have some protection, hit points, regeneration. I don't know. I think they're pretty good. If you cast like, I don't think I did it this game. But I've done some tests here and there where you do like body ethereal on an earth elemental. It's spooky. Nah, it looks like, yeah, Gath just loses the elementals. So I guess if I would have been at the helm of Gath doing this, I probably would have lost too. Shoot. Most of the, I guess, regular defenders are gone. It's just, I guess, these archers and light cavalry. Yeah, so just pretty much the archers. Ah, the Rhyme Hammer. This is a very important Rhyme Hammer I got. I mean, yeah, 800 gold. A very important legendary Rhyme Hammer. It's, I won't keep it forever. That's the spoiler I'll give you. But you see, if I had a lab here, probably could have put it on Baby Spice. All right, let's go on to 35. Making good time. We have a Discord channel, but how close it is. But hey, look at that. That's a lot of gems. Yeah, let's waste gems doing some more probing. We got Hesperide. Hesperides are great. We'll talk about them in a second. Susu over here got taken away by a Dryad. Xanthras has been relinquished to me. We have battle in Dragonport. This is my first attempt of. Let me see if I can cheaply take this province. Let's see how this goes. I think I very severely underprepared for this. Oh boy. He was going to shoot another wave, right? Okay, good. So the fire elementals, they're ethereal. They don't have a lot of hit points at all, but they're ethereal. They do the flame strike, I believe, is AoE 1 armor piercing, which is pretty good, and they have a beefy, super beefy fire shield. This guy's because he's size 4. Let's go to size 6. 14 AP fire shield, which is going to trigger twice on these guys. It's not going to do as much. I think it'll do 11 AP. I mean, not too much. 11 AP for the light lance, and then the full 14 for the hoof. So we can probably just do this and see it. Yeah, so this is one turn. This is the hoof and the light lance. So you have here 11 plus 12 roll for that one, and then yeah. So here's the lance. Here's the hoof. That's pretty good. If it gets to these guys go. Well, I mean, they have a lot of hit points. I think I needed another. I think I needed more human units, or mermen, I guess, and maybe another wave of fire elementals. A final wave of fire elementals might have done it. Yeah. Yeah, you guys just cast. Yep. One more wave of fire elementals would have had this. Oh well. Okay, we have a battle in Raga. Oh, I guess it's my turn. My turn to hop on top of Raga. No Z headed for you. All I do is beat up a Dryad. And Gath retakes now that province by just hitting them really hard with Gibbers. Cool. And now we get a Lightning Spear, another great weapon that I would love to put on Baby Spice if I had a lab. But I think since I just moved here, I think Baby Spice herself has to make it. I don't remember what I did. Oh, here you go. I'm transferring the Rhyme Hammer and bringing gems for the mages. All in good fun. I haven't done it in a while, so I'll zoom out for a bit. Talk about Diplo rather than just what I'm doing. Um, from my understanding, what I remember of the game at this point is there is a death war going on between this Team Miklin, Zabalba, and someone else. And there's a death war going on where they're fighting over here with Bugaroos. I want to say it was Bugaroos. I really was so tunnel visioned, just like I did with the series. I was so tunnel visioned on this conflict that I really didn't pay too much attention to what was happening. It's Bugaroos, Joman, and Eddieheim? I might be wrong. but there was some death war going on. The same way we have a death war going on here, these guys had a death war going on there. The difference is we had some pretty good diplomacy with the teams of Alba Micklin, and really good diplomacy with Calum, Midgard, and Relay. To the point where I think it's about now, or maybe it happened. I don't remember when this happened, guys. I don't remember if it's happening now or if it already happened. At some point, there's a big tussle between Marignon and this team, and I think that's what was going on before, and why we have the Pangean army, yeah, trying to, I guess, take these Relayan provinces and threaten the water with Merman. That's not going to happen. But it's why we don't have any action from Marignon. Their capital is this one. That's why we don't really have any action from them coming down, coming up to fight us, and we've really just been fighting Raga. But it looks like Pangea's, at some point, Pangea went down and stumped the crap out of this team. Like Sakane just came in and beat them over the head with a pan and sent them home. Something like that happened. Meanwhile, I know by now for sure Lucid has already gone on his nerd vacation, so he's not in charge of Ulm anymore. But it's still, I don't remember who it came in, but it was still a very good player. I think Atlantis was Maryland, and Maryland's also a really good player. And then I have no idea who's Jordan. But they pretty much just said, hey, no one's attacking us. We're just going to set up some silly blood economy and upgrade all of our forts to citadels because we have nothing else to do because we're not at war. Um, hope that doesn't bite us in the back, in the bum later. And then I just don't understand this. Like I guess he doesn't want to send his Yedins over around his capital because Baby Spice is just going to kick their ass, and there's really nothing. Like there's no amount of Yedins that's going to kill her. So I guess he's just keeping them over here to hound poor Agrippa, make him hate everything. Meanwhile, I believe I really had no idea what Gaff was doing for the most of the time. I know here he's probably got a lab or some sort to do the steel ovens thing. Forging, he's got his research going with mount chaining. Jeez. That's so lucky you got steel ovens and mount chaining. Oh, what I would have done for the Gaff this game. Oh well. Anyway, so that's turn 35. Let's go 36. I mean, we're just making a lot of good progress, though. But there's not really much going on. I believe this turn we probably have a bit fight. I hope. Let's waste some more gems first. Oh shoot. I legit forgot to talk about the Hesperide. So I'm gonna sneak into my cab and talk about this girl for a bit. I mean, there's not really much to talk about. This is an 8-path 10, I guess, if you want to count the holy paths. But otherwise, an 8-path mage and all paths that are pretty darn good because you kind of need nature for things and stuff. Importantly, she can get a Thistle Mace and then build a Moonvine Bracelet to get to N4, bring out an Ivy King, and then get that Ivy King to N5 for whatever you want to do up there. Off the top of my head, I don't know what you go further. I think that gets you like Fairy Queens or something, but I'm not the best at climbing up nature. It's not really my preferred path. It's neat, but I don't tend to use it in most of the nations I play, which sucks. Character flaw. Importantly, she's a disease healer, and a pretty good one at that. Because if you remember, I was losing some Datukos to old age because it says here that they're young, but that's a lie. That's a legitimate lie. They're all old. They're all really old. So having at least one of these in your cap's kind of good, even if it's a bit wasteful, because they're really good mages. Like if you want to do some really high fire and astral, more particularly, I don't even know if that's a word, be high astral is good for her. Because again, all your data ghosts are going to have some amount of astral, but they can't get more than S2. So it's just another way that she can do something useful. That sucks. This is why I don't like these guys. Slow to recruit. I could have gotten 2 data ghosts. and this guy fails all of these rolls and only gets an error. This is why I don't like these guys. This guy right here, 8 research. 4 commander points for 8 research. Like, no, I could have had 2 of these idiots. I mean, sometimes this happens. He's old for some reason. Sometimes this happens, and that's solid, but I don't know. Maybe I'm biased. I just don't like these guys. This mage is too good. This guy was also a really good pull from the throne. Notice my Sid, she, or whatever they are. And here I am trying to call back the best boy, Grippa. Oh, it looks like when I build my fort here, I couldn't afford to build these guys anymore because resources. Shame. All right, let's go look at the battles again. Pangea attacks Gath. I mean, Gath's strategy here is just, I'm going to hit you really hard, but let's take a look at Pan's army. This is spooky. All right, so you got some Dryads as the main phalanx in the middle, but they're going to let him bless. Okay. So you got some Blessed Dryads in the middle that they can kind of deal with the fire elementals, although they'll get hit by fire shield. But since they have the magic weapons, they can deal with any kind of fire elementals down the middle. And have all, so they're going to do pretty good against basic troops. Cataphracts, I guess, kind of in supporting positions where they can kind of go around the back. Crossbows, although these ladies, as far as crossbows go, they're absurdly expensive. They don't have head armor, but their body armor is really good. And they can actually fight in melee extremely well. I mean, it's a crossbow with 17 defense. So it's very expensive, but you get kind of like a multi-role unit for what you paid for, which is neat. He's got one of the multi-hero Minotaurs, Divine Blessing, some Pans, and some Centaur stages because this Pan is, or LA Pan is an astronation. A fact that I learned the hard way at some point in this. Okay, I have another battle where I probably got my butt kicked. Yeah, for sure got my butt kicked. And then we have a battle in Dragonport, which I think, okay, I sent Baby Spice with the legendary Ram Hammer to see if I can wrap up what was left over here. And it didn't work too well, if I remember correctly. Like the Ram Hammer did its work, but I think it got stuck fighting these guys for a while. And then this happened. That's a lot of crossbows at very close range, and I think they just spooked her. Yeah. If she had air, if I had thought about this correctly, if I used my head for a minute, I would have been like, okay, I didn't kill any of the crossbowmen. They're gonna do this. I probably could have given her. There's an item in the misc slot that gives you an air shield. Taken off the burning pearl, and given her that, and this would have been fine. But alas, I did no such thing, and I almost lost. I did lose Baby Spice. There's no way. I could have sworn she ran away in the real game. Yeah. Yeah, in the real game she ran away. She got spooked by all those crossbows doing the thing at close range. Stupid minions trying to make me think I lost my god to this. I very well could have, though. That was a huge mistake. I should have seen that these 36 crossbows were going to come up real close and shoot me. And I should have given her that air shield amulet. So don't be dumb. Don't be me. Respect very close range crossbows, even if they are fired by hauberks. Respect that. Okay, temperature dropped. This is the effects of Wolven Winter. So it's supposed to be, I think, 5% of the population, and then adds cold scales. Carried units from disease. It's the Hesperide right there. And we also did call Ladon, because Hesperides can do that. Ladon is a unit. It's this big, ugly dragon. It's kind of awkward that it's a unit, but it's fine. Don't really know what to do with it. It's got some siege strength, but you don't use it for that. I mean, it's just kind of a big ugly that you put somewhere. You can buff it up. Give it like body ethereal, mass flight, send it to the back line. Anyone that fights is pretty much a goner. That's a lot of poison. It's gonna regenerate a lot. It's just a super beefy unit that you put on to just hold and you buff it up and send it to the back line. Whew. Sorry about that. I always record these turns way too late after the whole day is over. Then you got Garyon. Garyon's pretty good. He's got a free pupper. It's not the best pupper that Grippa has, but it's a pupper. It's got 3 heads, so you can put, I guess, 3 horned helmets there. Or I don't know if you put 3 lightning helmets, if each one's going to cast separately. That'd be pretty cool. Other than that, he's got, EA Mikone armor, which is still, I mean, it still holds up other than the cuirass. But the shield, the helmet, and the spear are all just real good. I don't remember what I did with them. That is the turn. So I think here I'm trying to siege this down, but I have siege strength problems despite such a huge army. And we have a big spooky Pangean army on its way to kick my butt, and I have really no support in the area. I mean, well, Grippa's here. Grippa's gonna save the day. He does work. For everything we bash him, hang out in his capital. When he did come out, he's gonna do some work. Oh, sorry, folks. Looks like the last part of the last video, my mic decided that it wanted to stop working. So I did a very amateur cut, and I think I'll end that one there, I guess, and start another one. So sorry about that.